What's up guys, welcome back to a brand new video. So today we are going to be doing some building in Minecraft. I haven't actually played on this world for quite a while. I can't remember the last video I did. I'll look it up later. Like, I can't even remember what episode we're on. Anyways, here we go. Right. So here we are, inside of stream world, believe it or not. If you don't believe me, here's the seed, which is -128373350, and welcome to my new island, guys. If you look around, there's nothing, obviously. So this island has been tweaked a little bit, because as you can see on the map, it didn't always look like this. Believe it or not, this used to be a desert until I changed it, and now it is a plains island, which is completely empty. So if I fly up real quick, as you can see, there is literally nothing. There's nothing here. But what that means for us is that we get more creative freedom. And as you can see, going around, there's different areas with different colours, like there's red, orange, yellow, green. Not that has any significance to certain people. But the only reason why these colours are here is just because it just marks the areas, so I can build within them. And also, each area will have their own individual walls, which will all link to here. And as you can see, I've labelled what each area is going to be. Like all of this inside of here is going to be the hub. This will be an Aztec jungle. This will be a volcanic forge. Over here will be the forest symbiosis, and over here will be the side of nature. And as you can see, there's also lecterns as well if you open up the books. So this will be a central hub where all societies meet, as all these will be societies. And so this one will be that, this will be that, this will be this, and this. So I actually used ChatGPT for this because I just didn't want to come up with the areas on my own. So I decided to use ChatGPT, generate different society types for Minecraft, and basically that's how that one made. This one was the one I came up with myself, and also this one as well. It's not too difficult to build, and yeah, it is nighttime. Come over here real quick. So I just want to show you around. I want to show you the areas that's around here. So this is a savanna. Sorry for the lag anyways. I need a new computer. Oh well, I don't need a new computer, I just need to upgrade it. Because this computer is like what? I've had it for about 4 years? Almost 5 years now. So yeah, this whole island is a savanna. There's also a nice ravine as well. If you're curious to know what this block is down here, this is limestone, and I believe this one is marble. And also rubies as well. Wow. Never thought you'd be seeing this in that's not vanilla. Right, so carrying on over here. So this is the smallest mesa biome I've ever seen. It's literally just this, and it's just that. So this this is a desert. This is a road to Badlands. Over here, I believe it's just regular Badlands, yeah. And it does actually span underwater as well, believe it or not. Going under here, as you can see, it's kind of scattered. I'm not really keen on the generation, but gold spawns, which is good. And yeah, coming back over here, there's more here too. Even a singular red sand area within what will soon become the cyber nature. So, once again, you know the drill, or you don't, in which I will basically explain within the next 5 episodes. I'm going to load up ChatGPT and I'm going to ask it to generate a random colour within those. So, pick a colour between reds, orange, yellow, lime and blue. Okay, lime. Lime has been the first one chosen. So today we are going to be building the Aztec Jungle Society. And also, if you're curious to know what these mobs are, you'll probably see these quite a lot. So believe it or not, these are the Molars, which were a scrap mob from a mob vote back in 2018, I think it was. It was the Molar, the Wildfire, the Phantom, and the what's it called? The Wildfire. That's it. So yeah, I've got a mod that basically adds them all back into the game. Like for example, you got the Crab, the Glare, the Isolager. Even adds the Illusioner, by the way, even though it's already in the game. The Mauler, the Moobloom, the Tough Golem, and the Rascal, the Wildfire. So all these guys are back. Got a separate tab over here that adds all this. It even adds different variants of beehives as well, made out of different planks, and all kinds of totems too. Even a music disc, which is quite new. And yet we are to see any copper buttons in Minecraft, so let's hope they add them soon. So that'll be very nice. But without any more stalling, let's begin. So there's going to be no editing in this video. I thought, you know what? I'm sick and tired of editing. I don't have any money to hire anyone. I don't want to hire anyone. And I just want this to be original. I just want this to be me and you. That's it. So, the first thing we're going to do is we go right to this corner right here. I'm not going to go from there. And we will do /fill biome from these coordinates. Change this one to 62. And then add these. And we will change this to a jungle. And what this will do is this will set this area to be a jungle. As you can see over here, we're in plains, more plains, and then for some reason it says jungle here, but we'll leave it like that. It's fine. And if we fly all the way over to here, making sure we capture each area. So now what we're going to do is continue replace, and we will replace this with plains. As you can see, the colours slightly changed. It's like a more lighter green. I think it'd be more noticeable if I turn the biome, what's it called, biome blend. Turn this all the way down to none. So now it should be more noticeable, because as you can see, here's plains, and this is also plains for some reason. But you can, I'm looking at my other monitor and you can definitely see it. This one's like darker than that one. Honestly, I don't care. It's fine. Just turn that back on. So let's begin with our builds. So inside of the lectern it says, so there'll be mossy temples, large jungle trees and ancient ruins. Kind of just like the real life Aztecs as well. So also with these videos you will be able to follow along and also build these structures within your worlds as well. I'm not going to be gatekeeping on how to build them or anything. So you'll need mossy cobblestone, cobblestone stairs, slabs and walls. And also, if you download the mod Blockers for Fabric, you'll be able to get all these different variants. Like, for example, you can get mossy tough bricks, you can get mossy planks, and even the legacy mossy cobblestone too. But all we're gonna need will be these. But if you're not going to be using Blockers, or if you're just using vanilla Minecraft, then just build everything out of mossy cobblestone. It won't look as cool as mine, but yeah, again, it's still cool to have a pretty much a temple. Right, so we'll start off here, and you will go across by 13. So I said we start here, so we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And you come across here by 13 as well, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And then basically you wanna make a square that's 13 by 13. Should have something that looks like this. That's it. Now what you want to do is surround this with stairs. So you just go all the way around and not place the blocks as bad as I am. If you're playing on Bedrock, this will be much easier for you because the building on there is very satisfying. Wish it was like that on Java. On Java, I've got to stop every few seconds. So now what you want to do is you want to locate the center, which should be there. I got that first try. Probably take you a couple. So if you're struggling, all you gotta do is come in by 5 blocks, and it should be the center for each. So it'll be a 5, 5, 5, and you'll get center. So now what you want to do is come all the way over to each side. Break the stairs like this. Just wanna check some real quick. 10, okay. So now what you want to do is come out by 2, like that. And do this for each side, like so. And with the stairs, it's just 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Done. Cool. So now you should have something that looks like this. So just imagine there's like a line going through it, like a plus. And so now what you want to do is build these up by like this. So it's basically like you're making a bigger stair than this one. And just do that all the way around, like so. Perfect. So you should have something like this. So this part is going to be, well, depends on who you are. It's either going to be fun or it's going to be miserable. So what you want to do now is like in the center. You just want to build up by 2 on each, like this. So you should have a smaller square. It should be 11 by 11. Also, hope you're enjoying the music in the background. Definitely going to get copyright struck for this, but I don't care. So then, after that, you do it once more in the center, but this time you go by 3. So, just do that, and that should be a 9 by 9. If this video was edited, I'd probably just speed everything up, but just because I can't be asked, like I've always said, this will all be very slow and painful, so enjoy watching the pain. So now you want to extend these up as well, so from where you've just built, you just kind of go by 2. By the way, for the next video I do, or well, the stream world stuff, I will remember the number, because it's been a while since I've done a stream world video. I'm pretty sure the last one was 100 days in Legacy 4J, and that was last year. And we're in, what, March now? Almost April, and just, I don't know, I've been lacking, I've been focusing on the PS5 and stuff. So now you want to add the stairs onto this too. And also with the stairs, don't go all the way down. You want something that looks a little bit like this. Also, if you want, if you're feeling it, you could mix in a bit of cobblestone with it as well. If you want, if you don't want the whole thing to be purely mossy cobblestone. Right, so we have one side left. So now, what we're going to do is, we're actually going to run a command, so I'm going to teach you how to do that. So what you want to do is you want to come over to any corner and place a block. It could be any block, because it's going to get changed anyways. I'm just going to use mossy cobblestone because I already have it. And what you want to do is you want to look dead at the block. You want to stare at it. You want to stare the soul into it. And what you want to do is you want to run this command. So it'll be /fill, then it should be the location of the block, and then it'll be this, and then you fill it in with mossy cobblestone, and then press enter. And what that should do is, if you're standing directly here, for example, it should fill in 4 like this. So now what you want to do is you want to go to the adjacent corner and place a block like that, just so it's not on top of it. And when you stand here, you need to run the command again, and that should fill the entire area in. And when you break it, there shouldn't be any empty space. If there is, then just run the command again. Right, so continuing on. So now you want to surround all this with stairs again. Just remember to leave a gap for the stairs. So then you want to go by 2 over here. Like so. Then you want to fill all this in here like instead of placing a stair here, you place a block like this, and then fill all that in as well. And for those of you who did put a stair there already, trying to get ahead, shout out to you. Right, so now you should have something that looks like this. So it's kind of coming along a tiny bit. So what you want to do now is just come over to here and then build up by 3. And so now what you want to do is do this with all of the corners like this. And then you just connect them all together, so you should have a square like this. So you should have a square like that. Now you want to come over to each wall and just build them out by 3. So you should have kind of a circle wall like this. And then after this, you place your slabs like so, right here. And then basically go to the center and fill those in like that. So you should have a rough structure that looks like this. And so now what you want to do is break the stairs here and then place walls that kind of go up like this. And place a slab on top like that. That you're almost done. So now you grab your stairs and basically just place it along here. So where there's kind of like 2 like this, you just surround it like that. And after that, you're done. So now if you want to add any like lights, like torches, or if you're in 1.20, ooh, got a thunderstorm. Never mind. So now if you're playing in 1.21 and you have access to copper lanterns, definitely use these because these would be really cool. So you need get the waxed oxidized copper lantern, and of course you can't place one here, so what you do instead is we can do let's break those there like that. Just place the lanterns in the corners. And by the way, I'm not actually going off of any schematics or like build tutorials. This is literally an original build. If anyone's built this before me, then they're probably lying. And then just for extra details, you can just like add stairs literally on here. Japanese-ish vibe as well. But you don't have to do this if you don't want to. If you want to leave it the state of it being finished, then you do you. It's your build just as much as it is mine. Even though I'm the one building it, but I don't care. you got yourself a nice looking temple. So now, so what you can actually do here is you can actually connect this one. So basically you've got one way up. You can do this with every side if you want, but if you just want one area where you're able to walk up it, then I suggest doing it at the front, wherever it is. Right, moving on, we are going to be building the other temple, which will be the bigger one, and also the one that will be enterable. So this one's going to be slightly bigger than the last one. So you need quite a big area for this one. So I'm probably going to build it here. So this time you go across by 17. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17. And then you come down by 17 again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And then connect it up again, and you should have what looks like to be another square, like so. Now, there's the reason why I taught you that command there, because looking at the size of it, you can already tell it's quite big. So we'll get this step out of the way. So you got to find the center, which should be 6 by 6, but for some reason we've got 7. We've got 7. I think I might have overdone it a little. So break that, and then bring this all the way down, and do it again. And if you nailed this before I did, then props to you, because I don't know, I mess up a lot. So now, hopefully, should have. Well, no, that's not right. All right, just bear with me for 1 sec. So 17 by 17. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So it was my bad. All right, I got it right the first time. I just messed up. See, this is what YouTubers don't add in their videos, their mistakes. But yeah, again, just like all of you who are probably building this, you just disappear. Yeah, even YouTubers make mistakes, like I am right now. Right, let's test again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Did I do 17? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Alright, there we go. The issue question's been found. See, it's always good to make mistakes, because you can learn from them later and figure out what's wrong with them in the meantime. So there, looking at that should be just fine. Don't see mistakes. So my camera's a bit janky. Fix that. Perfect. Right, so now this time what you want to do is locate the middle, like I just did, and break open 3 like that. And so now you build up by 4, so from the ground 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the total top should be 5, and you should have something that looks like this. So this is actually going to be the entrance to our temple. And for this one, I'd recommend getting a waxed weathered copper bolt. And what you want to do is build out by 1 like this. Place lanterns like that. And then get a redstone block and just power these once and break. these should be turned on now. So now what we want to do is build them up like that. So you should have a shape that looks a little bit like that. And then just break the corners. And then go from the ground and just fill it all in and make it 2 blocks thick. Like so. You should have something that looks like this. If you want for some decoration, you can add some walls like this. And then within the ground, you just place a wall like that. And then break these blocks and replace the lower ones like so. If you do have access to the debug stick, I would definitely recommend kind of not doing that, but instead, so you basically locate okay, so you need, so just play around with your walls until you get one that looks like this. So it's just a singular wall, and if you can't do this in your world, then just don't worry, just leave it the way it is. It's fine. This is just for looks, just for looks. So you should have something that looks like this. And what you can kind of do is, so what I'm trying to go for is, like you can have the temple shut like that, which kind of gives it like a face, like it's like an eye mouth. That's only if you want the temple shut. You can build it like that. However, I want my wall to be like this. Nice. So now what you can do is grab a copper grate, get the weathered one specifically, and also make sure it's waxed. With all the copper blocks you use, make sure they're waxed. Place those there, your wall should reset, but don't worry, just ignore it. Also, you are about to see something very weird. Oh, never mind. Okay, now we have we have an area where we can't build. Okay. Okay, now we've got an issue because I can't build here. I don't know what I've done. Okay, let me try again. / fill from my location to there. We'll fill it with a log. There we go. So now that should be erased, and I should be able to put it back. Yay! I can build. Okay, make sure you do up first. And by the way, I'm very much aware that on Bedrock Edition there is no such thing as a debug stick, so bad luck to you guys. That's the reason why I play in Java. But don't worry. Just leave the wall the way it is. It doesn't have to be perfect. So now grab a moss carpet. This control is doing weird in. And then just cover all this up like that. And even though you will kind of go up when you walk in through the centre, of course walking by the side's fine, but It don't matter. That's the reason why it's 3 blocks tall, so you don't hit your head when you. Or well, you wouldn't even be able to enter if you put a block there. You just wouldn't be able to. You have to like crouch. So not wasting any more time. So now you want to go all the way around by a total of 3. So 1, 2, 3, and then just keep going until the whole wall is 3 blocks tall from the ground. Oh, he's back. If I can remember correctly from the mob vote, I'm pretty sure they can disenchant items. So just a quick break. If any of you guys want to go grab some food or some drinks, go for it. Okay. Yeah, so I do this and I should have a book. I do not. Okay, what if we go to survival? Okay, I've just fed him an enchanted book. Nothing's happened. I bet he's probably going to spit it out any moment now. Right, anyways, break's over. I hope you guys are back. If not, then I don't know. If I ever get ads to put into my videos, I'll probably stick an ad around there. But I probably won't. So tough. Right. So now we should have this. So what you want to do now is place stairs like this, and also on these walls, place it like that, and then place them there, there. Sweet. So now you want to build out by 2, not including this area. Alright, I'm just got a notification saying I found Epstein. Fucking rainbow, man. The guy can find you from anywhere. Yeah, these guys were there earlier. Also, I don't see any books around, so I don't think either he's not ready yet or he's just not going to do it. Okay, so now that you've done this, what you want to do? Well, actually, first of all, break these 2. And then place a wall like that. And then now what you want to do is continue the wall like this. So the reason why we built 2 out is because this will make sense in a bit. So that should look like this. If you want to change the block so you can make the front stand out, go for it. But what you want to do now is place walls all along here. this will not be a balcony. So don't get any fun ideas. And then you just build this up by 2. So now you know it's definitely not a balcony. It's too tall. A balcony where you literally have to get on your tiptoes just to look over it. By the way, at the end of this this little mini-series, I will show you the fact that this is StreamWorld, even though literally I could just open the map and prove it right here. Because all this is StreamWorld. That's the Colosseum, which I can't remember if I've shown you around it or not, but oh no, I'll leave it for a different day. Here's the giant dead bush, even though it's supposed to be a tree. Oh shit. I can't remember coming here, but yep, that's there. So this is the Funlands. I don't know why the map loads and then just doesn't load when I zoom in. I feel like it should always be active no matter what size, and it should just zoom in like this for all of it. So this is the Winter Village. This is my house, or well, my mansion, more like. It's kind of more or less a mansion at this point. Mario statue 1, that's the second one. The that fucking cursed mushroom from I Hate You. Where's my birthday cake? Because I turned 19 very... Oh, hold on. Okay, we're almost in April. My birthday's gone. Yeah, so my birthday cake's over here, so I'm going to change this to 19 at the end of this video, which we're almost 40 minutes in now. So 3, 2, 1, 40 minutes. So you can see it's kind of resembling a temple, sort of. But another thing you could do, which I'm actually thinking will be a better idea, is replace this front wall with walls, like so, and then break this and replace these with slabs. Just to add some definition and depth. And of course, for those of you who have OCD, of course, yes, we will be filling in the floor as well, like this. Boom. So now that looks more defined and better. So now let's work on the roof. So what you want to do now is grab your stairs again and just go all the way around with the stairs. Now you want to place a block in one corner, and then you want to run this command, so /fill, then the block's location, then your location, but replace this one with the same height as the block. So for me it's 78, so I'll be replacing that with 78, and then fill it in with oh, sorry, no, it's tough. My bad. It's tough. I thought it was deep slate for some reason. I don't know why. Don't tell me I put deep slate again. For crying out loud. Done. Right there. That's much better now. So it's hard to tell, but this is definitely kind of resembling a temple now. But we're almost done with the roof. So now what you want to do is you want to create a 5x5 square like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then just keep going all the way around until you have a square. So I'm pretty sure I just placed some. No, I didn't. Okay, good. Also, while you're in here, connect these up like this. So place stairs like this, and then add some slabs like so. So now what you want to do is create something like this in each of the corners, and of course not placing them on top of the stairs. Should be left with something like this. So now what you want to do is build up by 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, change it to 7. Just build up by 7. 9 is way too high. And also, if you're familiar with the command now, what you can actually do is go to the top like this, and then do /fill from that block to location, and fill it with tough, mossy, tough bricks. And then just go all the way to the corner like this. You'll be stuck inside. For me, I'll just switch to spectator and fly out, but you can just break your way out and replace it if you want. Okay, that's good. So all these pillars should be the same height. Now that you're done with that, you should have something that looks like this. So now you want to create another ring around them, around the pillars, each of them, and it should be 5x5, leaving you with like a nice little platform on top like that. So the middle should be 5x5, so 5x3, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yes, and 1, 2, 3. So it should be 3x3x5. No, sorry, 3x5x3. X, Y, Z. Okay, so now that you've done that, what you want to kind of do is create kind of a bridge. If you don't know what I mean, just follow me closely. So we'll create kind of a bridge like this and then fill the center with it. So you should have something that looks like this, and you want to do that for each of the other sides. So once you're done with that, you should be left with a tiny gap in the middle that should look something like, give me a sec, should look something like this. Should be a 3x3. So now what you do is you go to each of the corners, go all the way down, and then build it up with walls all the way up until, just keep it level with that for now. Or if you're confident, then see if you can guess what I'm going to do next. Right, so now what you're going to do, see if any of you got it right, is you build up this by 2, sorry. 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2. Then grab your copper grates and fill the center like this. Then put your slabs on each of the corners like so. Place the slab in the middle, like that. Grab your stair, put your stair like that. And then finally, grab a lightning rod and get the waxed weathered one. And then stick those like that. If you want, you can actually place a block in the middle like that and stick either a weathered rod or a lantern, depending on which one looks better for you. For me, I'm just going to put a lightning rod like that. And you should have a structure that looks very much like this. So it's pretty big. Just remember, this is an Aztec jungle. So we need kind of Aztec-y looking builds as possible. So when you come on inside, you should have something that looks like this. So this is where the fun part begins. I keep thinking my camera's there. So what we want to do now is place stairs all the way around, except for here. Actually, you know what? Remove all this. So what we want to do here instead is build up the walls like that. Place walls like that. So now what we want to do is find the middle, which should be there, I'm certain this time, and place 3 stairs like this, and then go all the way around, placing upside down stairs on each of the rest of the areas. And now what we want to do is carry on the staircase all the way down. By the way, just for recommendation, I would suggest building this out of mossy stone bricks rather than mossy tough bricks, but if you do have the mod, then carry on. Only because this next bit's going to be a bit, well, annoying if you've built it out of mossy cobblestone. So what you're going to do now is grab moss. Not the light grey one or the pale one, whatever. You need the moss block. What you want to do is break a block just anywhere, bone meal once, and destroy all the content that's here. And if it does leak outside, which it hasn't done for me just yet, just destroy the outside bits. So this next bit's going to be quite fun. Oh, well, I wouldn't say fun, but I'd say it's cool. It's very entertaining to watch. Alright, so once you're done with that, I wouldn't recommend filling the whole floor in, because the next step that we're going to do is just going to be for decoration. So what you do now, go over to a corner, the game stops lagging, go over to a corner and do /fill for fuck you too, /fill from the corner block to your coordinates with the same level, and then do mossy install cobblestone, or replace grass block. And also while you're at it, fill these with that too. Then go over to the other corner, run the command, and voila. And also, just for OCD people, also do dirt. And that should fill in 5 blocks, which I believe are there, and underneath the stairs. Alright, so your place should be looking somewhat similar to this if you stand in this corner. Your moss may be different, I don't know, it's up to you. And so now, what we're going to do is grab a wall block, and also this, and just complete the build like that. And then you grab your walls and go all the way around. Like so. So now that you're done, now you can grab your dispensers and tripwire hooks, because this is going to be the fun part now. And I actually mean it this time. So what you want to do is place string in a line like so. So connect that to tripwire hook against the wall. And you can just follow it along across like that. Place another. And connect. Like so. So you can go over it, should activate it. The game will stop lagging for 1 fucking second. Right. Carrying on. So now do another one here. And then place another one there. And then connect these. Like that. So yeah, as you can see, it's still not connected. However, keep going. Now it should be connected. So if I step on this, that gets activated. Step on that, and then what? So you place another one here, like that, and continue building that across. Another tripwire. Perfect. And then for one last one, stick it 1 block away from the wall. It's closest to the back. And then just thread the wire on through. Boom. So now what you want to do is grab yourself some poison arrows. I'd definitely recommend the strongest ones, even though they don't last as long. Well, failing that, just get poison 1 with 11 seconds. And now what you're going to do is surround all this like this. You will encounter an issue where the string in the way, but just ignore it. And then after this, you just fill the rest of the wall there. If you wonder what that flash was then, I'm pretty sure it's changed season. I'm just going to clarify that right now, because it will happen quite a lot, because I do have a season mod. And to be honest, a way how I can do a test to see if the season's changed. By default it should be summer or spring. So we complete this and then we'll go on another break. Alright, so now let me grab that. You won't need this, by the way, it's just me. And then we'll grab what's it called? Fucking redstone and that. Okay. So I'll place one block apart, like this. So we have spring, summer, fall, and winter. So place one here, doesn't turn on. There, summer. There, off, there, off. So we're still in the summer, which is good. However, I can change the season, if you want to see that. So if I do /season set to, let's do winter. As you can see, the plains biome is now looking a bit paler. Of course, the jungle isn't affected because the jungle is naturally a warm biome. So you can see that. Also, when it rains, check this out. It snows. However, it doesn't snow inside of here. It rains. So how this works is, so as you can see, we are in a plains biome, but it's snowing. So if you're in a biome that's not warm or not cold, it'll start snowing. And also, the oceans will begin freezing as well. Which is something really cool to watch. Of course, that's a warm ocean, so it should actually start raining, yeah, as you can see. Let's set the season back to summer. As you can see, the grass is now back to normal and the snow's all melting. Actually, again, who wants to see snow in bloody March? Not me for certain. I like it when it's nice and warm. Anyways, back to the build. So, what you want to do now is place the dispensers there, 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 there. One there, one there, and one there. And don't forget this one. Boom. So now you go over to each one and you just fill the hell out of it with arrows. And if you want to know how to do this, hold middle click on your mouse, aka the scroll wheel. Right, that should be done now. So this is the tricky bit. This is the bit I'm a bit worried about. So get redstone and get an observer. Place an observer facing there, so facing like that. By the way, we can go down with this, so place an observer like that. No, like that. After that we get glass. I don't actually know if this is going to work or not, so I really hope it does. now this should activate it. It doesn't, okay. Failing that, get a sticky piston and a redstone block. All you need to do is place the redstone block there, place the piston there, and that shouldn't be powered. Place glass and done. And also what you can do is break these blocks here so that the player can actually get back here, which lines up with that, which is good. So basically what should happen is if I press that, yeah, I saw that, that was good, should launch an arrow. Okay, that might work. No, it does not work. Okay, you know what, forget it. As long as we can get one working, I'm happy. But anyways, apart from that, it's done. Get rid of all this. And one last thing. Place lanterns over here like this. And then find the center of the room again. And I believe it's here. And then place a lantern. Well, the center of this part of the room is there. Anyways, let's head on out of there. So would you look at that? We're done with 2 temples. So now, let's... So if we look back at the book, as you can see, mossy temples, done. Large jungle trees, no, we haven't done that. And ancient ruins, which is what we're going to work on now. So, grab yourself some mossy stone bricks. So this is going to be our ruins. And then after that, grab some mossy planks, which I would recommend using a mixture of bamboo, raw bamboo, and maybe a bit of oak and spruce if you're feeling it. And just before I do anything, you guys don't have to do this part. I'm gonna build my wall. So the green area, aka Greenland, will be. So this will be where the jungle will be, the Aztec temple, aka the ancient jungle. So because of that, we're gonna build ourselves the wall and make it, well, ancient. How they say that. Off on accident, no, clock's not gonna work. We've got to reset the fucking time every time. Okay, maybe my English could be a tad little better than saying waste of time and I have to reset it every time. Jeez. No wonder I failed English. Okay, so the wall will be 2 blocks high. I'm thinking this will be the entrance. Right, so now what we're going to do is add some detail. So, like this. don't know if you can tell, but my focus is high right now. Like, I am locked in. I'm in that mode. Right, anyways, the wall is now finished. So, gave it a bit of a ancient vibe. Right, now it's time to build some ruins. So I reckon the first thing we're gonna do is, of course, we're gonna make a path. Of course you are going to see that, but who cares? And by the way, another thing about the colours of the wall. So as you can see, like, you got red, orange, yellow. There is going to be a significant thing where that colour will be integrated within the build. So as you can see, this used to be lime, or well, green, light green, and the colour green has been integrated, like even the colour of the lanterns as well. Cool. I should also try and get a more quiet PC maybe, because this PC is so loud. Like, I wouldn't even be surprised if you can hear it anytime I'm not talking during like a stream or a video. So I can definitely hear it right now, because literally the PC's right next to my foot. Right, I believe we are now done with the path. So now what we can do is start the ruins. So I reckon we'll do one right here, which will be an old villager house. If you remember this build or remember a bit of it, then you're an OG. Just gonna try my best to this, by the way. We don't need it here anymore. Alright, I reckon we'll do one last ruin. Sorry, not ruin. That's where the G came from. Right about here. And I'm going to kind of replicate this wall design. So, I really like it. It's really good. Yeah, that's cool. Right, that's done. That looks nice. Now, this part's going to be a little tricky. So what you're going to need is spruce saplings. And basically, the reason why, it's a bit weird, we're making a jungle but we need spruce. It's because this creates a little thing underneath called podzol. And podzol, believe it or not, actually spawns in jungles. If you don't believe me, then go find a jungle yourself. Right, let me... where is it? Fallen tree, here we go. Yes. Let's take a quick... Done. Alright, that's good. So now, so that basically explains why. So you can see all these little patches of podzol now. So let's get planting these trees. Let's get them planted and let's begin. what? Forget about the bushes. I'm just gonna. Not sure why I don't see any ferns. Because this is a jungle. You know what? Let's stick them in. Let's stick them in ourselves. So I think. Ooh, actually no. I got a better idea. For every tall grass that we get, we'll replace it with a fern. And if there's any pods or on the ground, we'll just place bamboo. Alright, that should be the whole of this area. That's look good actually, I'm very proud. Gotcha. Okay, yes, that is everything. Right, now let's plant these trees. Also, I'm very sorry this is taking a while, but we're almost done, believe it or not. almost done. So one last thing I want to do before I'm going to run this command again. Right, just for some extra detail, I'm going to add some vines to the buildings as well. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna call that finished. I believe we've done a good job. And as promised, I will be fixing my birthday cake. So in the next episode, we will be coming straight back here and we're gonna do another one of these for this. so you guys can enjoy the journey without any interruptions, even though there's going to be some lag, which I can't control. I'm going to turn my camera off, pause on the mic, so enjoy the trip on the way back. Alright, so here we are, guys. We're back. It's been, what, almost 2 years since I built this? I mean, when I first made this, I was... if I change it real quick. When I first built this place, it looked like this. Like I was 17 when I built this. But now, because I've already turned 19, we have to change it again. So that it says... To be honest, I don't know whether to have it like this, or whether to have it like this. Okay, I think this looks better. So yeah, we'll change it to that. And now let's head back. And also, yeah, the chunks didn't load in properly. Or well, they did, but they were very slow. The reason for that is because there's so much going on over there that just, I don't know, the game just is slow. As you can see, if I look around over here, the game loads in fairly quick. Like all the chunks are already loaded in. Look at that. Yeah, this is where I'll be for like the next 5 episodes, including this one. So we've got 4 episodes left, and after that, all this will be finished, and we will be heading back to the main area, which is, sorry, over there. And maybe, just maybe, I might terraform this island into a society and terraform this one, and maybe even this one as well. Or maybe even this one. I don't know. See, again, StreamWorld isn't just linked to that small map that's inside here, which I believe the map only shows all of this. Yeah. It only shows all of this. StreamWorld, believe it or not, is all of this. Zoom it all the way if it loads. Yeah, there we go. All of this is StreamWorld so far. And anywhere else that's been generated. Anyways, I am going to end this video here. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Yeah, so I'm going to try and work on the lag. I think I'm going to tweak some settings in OBS and do a couple of tests. And then after that, everything should be good. Anyways, thanks for watching. See you guys soon.